Day 22, All Past Tenses, Review. Hello learners! Welcome back to our 30-day English grammar course. Today is day 22, and we will review all 4 past tenses. Simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. By the end of this lesson, you will understand when to use each tense and how they are different. Step 1, Formulas. Simple past. Subject plus past verb. I visited Paris last year. Past continuous. Subject plus was or were plus verb plus ing. I was studying at 8 p.m. Past perfect. Subject plus had plus past participle. I had finished my homework before dinner. Past perfect continuous. Subject plus had been plus verb plus ing. I had been studying for 2 hours before my friend arrived. Step 2, Usage. 1. Simple past. Completed actions in the past. I watched a movie yesterday. Past habits. He always played football after school. 2. Past continuous. Actions happening at a specific time in the past. I was reading at 8 p.m. Interrupted actions. She was cooking when I called. 3. Past perfect. Actions that happened before another past action. He had left before I arrived. To show completion, she had already finished the report by noon. 4. Past perfect continuous. Actions continuing before another past action. They had been working for 3 hours when the manager arrived. To show duration in the past, I had been studying all day before the test. Step 3, Comparison with examples. Verb, study. Simple past I studied yesterday. Past continuous I was studying when you called. Past perfect I had studied before the exam started. Past perfect continuous I had been studying for 2 hours before the exam.
Simple past examples. I visited my grandmother yesterday. She cooked dinner last night. They watched a movie on Saturday. He played football after school. We went shopping last weekend. The train arrived at 6 o'clock. She read that book last year. I wrote a letter to my friend. They traveled to Japan in 2019. He studied for the exam yesterday. Past continuous examples. I was reading when the phone rang. She was cooking while he was watching TV. They were playing football when it started raining. He was sleeping at midnight. We were studying when the lights went out. The dog was barking all night. She was writing an email when I entered. They were walking in the park yesterday evening. I was listening to music while cleaning. The children were laughing loudly. Past perfect examples. I had finished my homework before dinner. She had cooked lunch before guests arrived. They had left when I reached the station. He had studied English before moving to London. We had eaten breakfast before school started. The movie had started before we arrived. She had cleaned the room before the visitors came. He had lived in Paris before 2020. They had completed the project before the deadline. I had seen that film before. Past perfect continuous examples. I had been studying for 2 hours before my friend called. She had been cooking all morning before guests came. They had been working at the company for 5 years before leaving. He had been waiting for an hour when the bus arrived. We had been playing football for 30 minutes before it rained. The dog had been barking before the owner came. She had been writing for 3 hours before she took a break. He had been living in New York before moving to Canada. They had been walking for miles before they found a taxi. I had been sleeping for 8 hours before the alarm rang.
Step 4. Practice. Fill in the blanks with the correct tense. She blank, watch TV last night. They blank, play football when it started to rain. He blank, finish his work before I arrived. We blank, wait for 30 minutes before the bus came. So remember. Simple past completed actions. Past continuous ongoing actions in the past. Past perfect action completed before another past action. Past perfect continuous ongoing activity before another past action. Focus on duration.